150 years or so. During that time, of course, fashions have changed much. So with the help of Class 8B and the theatrical costumiers Morris Angel, settle down for something of a history lesson.
It was the middle of the 19th century that Cowley British School opened. It had a separate entrance for the boys and one for the girls. It was funded from the legacy of Sir Cowley, who had owned the farmland in St Helens in the 17th century.
In the 1890s, fees for elementary schooling were abolished. Technical education was paid for with duty levied on spirits. This was known as whisky money.
In the early 1900s, an official report commended the success of the girls, but expressed concern at the education at the boys' school. The boys' teaching was mainly academic and not geared to the actual needs of employers in the town who needed skilled, practical workmen.
In 1912, a new school was opened for the boys, and in the following year the hall, gym and domestic science block were added to the girls' school.
By the 1920s, the school leaving age had been raised to 14. This led to yet more growth at Cowley Hill and increasing problems of space. This prompted the building of a brand new school on a site which was gradually to become the new home of Cowley High Schools.
And so to the day war broke out. St Helens was designated an area neutral, not vulnerable, and so there was no widespread evacuation of the children. Encouraged to dig for victory, the boys of Cowley picked 750,000 peas, planted 1,200 cabbages, and spent over 1,000 hours weeding.
By the 1950s, the Cowley schools had been designated grammar schools. The school leaving age had been raised to 15, and the GCE had replaced the school certificate.
Seek him here.
In the 1960s, the grammar schools were replaced by comprehensive education and CSE examinations were introduced.
The 1970s saw the Cowley schools becoming co-educational. By the end of the decade, all the classes were mixed and the badges and mottos of the schools had been merged.
And finally, in our history lesson, let's return to Victorian times to meet an extremely elegant couple. The lady is Cynthia Huffman, who is responsible for getting us all here tonight. And the gentleman on her arm is none other than the headmaster of the school, Mike Ryder. When I first came to address the whole school, there was an immediate and wholehearted, spontaneous response to the question, who feels embarrassed about the way their mums and dads dress? Virtually everybody in the old hall felt that mum and dad could do with a bit of restyling. So what we did was we chose 6 kids, whisked them off to London to one of the leading department stores, Dickens & Jones, and in fact are now showing you the way the kids would like to see mum and dad look.
Confidently striding down the catwalk is Carol. She's been expertly styled by daughter Caroline Ashley, who's made an excellent job at a Tina Turner makeover.
Victoria Howard wanted her mum and dad to look like Ken and Barbie. Cliff and Margaret's verdict, well, not what we normally wear, but absolutely stunning, and don't they look it?
Diane Lowe said her mum Davina worked so hard that she wanted to give her an extra treat by dressing her up in a beautiful evening gown.
Shirley and Sean were worried that son Daniel Lomas's outfits would be too way out. They were very pleasantly surprised to discover the results. Their comments, well, brilliant, they say.
Gillian Bowden wanted her dad Gordon to try out something colourful. Dad thinks she's done a superb job with this lemon Jasper Conran jacket.
Susan Atherton's blatant comments about her parents' dress sense really struck home. Geoffrey and Angela promised to keep up the sartorial elegance. Well, that brings us to the end of the Christmas Roadshow. We've had a lovely time. To the teachers, to the parents, to the secretaries, to the children who've taken part, thanks for putting on a great show.
Thank you at home for joining us, and all it leaves me to say is we wish you a really happy Christmas, a wonderful New Year, and the close show will be back with you again early on in the new year.
And with the festive season still in mind, Teacher will go to the ball.
We found some pretty special numbers for the ladies, and for the men, it's a bit of a change from rugby gear. Lynn Russell is wearing a stunning number by Zandra Rhodes, and our hunky escort is Rob Evans. Beverly Pierce loves dressing up for a big night out, and she certainly looks the business in this emerald cocktail dress by Victor Edelstein. Phil Banks should be proud to take her anywhere. Tina Yarby looks great slinking down the catwalk in this Hartnell creation, but she's had to put the reins on partner Dave Watson as he's tried to gallop ahead a bit there. Flo Walker has never worn a dress like this in her life. It's a little off-the-shoulder number by Terence Nolder, and escorting her down the catwalk is Gary Hornby. Alison Bishop loves the colour of this satin shift by Belleville Sassoon. She also says she loves its elegant simplicity, and looking equally elegant is her partner, Kevin McEwen. Caroline White says she feels like Cinderella when she went to the ball, in this lavish, deep purple ball gown by David Fielder. Jim Grant is her handsome prince.
Different types to wear the day coat, pants with stripes and cutaway coat, perfect fits. Putting on the Ritz. Dressed up like $1 million trooper, trying hard to look like Gary Cooper. Come, let's mix where Rockefellers walk with sticks or umbrellas in their mix. Putting on the Ritz.
The BBC Clothes Show magazine shows you how to eat well and stay slim this Christmas. 8 essential items for your winter wardrobe and a new look for the new year. You could win a new wardrobe, and there's 5 fun ways to wear one little black dress. There's all the best fashions in the high street, and singer-songwriter Rick Astley models his favourites. You could start your own fashion business, and here's how. With the BBC Clothes Show magazine, out now.